zone being very much favored by a few squads. Probably not going to favor it for too much longer as they see how occupied it is, though. But now, oh, look at that new zone. Look at everyone's at the push out of this high ground onto the low ground. Maybe a couple of these teams can manage to turtle it up down there, but this is going to be a very weird push as teams are going to want to stay up in the north as long as they can.
This is going to be a cliffside with very little cover on it. Right now, Hetror is pretty close to being in it. Steezy, our solo, is trying to stay alive back over here, praying that nobody stees him.
Stees him. Well, not too much reason to look that far outside the zone. He's just playing the medical game, seeing how long he can last, and he probably can last a little while if he has enough stims and first aid kits.
We've got Ron, Paul, Caden, Renim, and Frosty holding a very high ground position. But if you look at the minimap, just look at how many dots are around them.
Oh my goodness. We're going to be seeing something pretty bloody when these teams finally are forced to push in a few more seconds.
We've seen that this team was the one that got the first positioning up on top of Stolber. They finally do see Venerated and Jesse, but they're opting into almost near full silence in this game. They haven't been really taking shots at anybody unless they just absolutely have to, which has kept them very alive. Venerated's getting knocked down on side of this. See, Hetror, his team does have a line of sight up on top of him. Jasper does get the drop down onto Nope and is going to finish that off.
Oh, wow. Actually able to get a kill there before he's taken down there. But it looks like that holding that high ground is just so good of a strategy. And as the zone closes in, all these members will be forced to move into the white. This is going to get bloody here real soon.
Let's see, Slideho is playing the outside, trying to run along the circle, getting taken down. Not much he could have done about that. He just was in a bad spot with the group that came across him. So now we're in a 4v4 with 8 left and a wide open area to play in. You can see that Leafy and his team are still playing that silent game, managed to get a little bit of control over this rock. So they do have one of the few bits of cover that isn't trees. Now on the other side of this, you can see that Frosty is leaning into playing trees. Next area is going to be right in between the two of these squads. So we're going to have to see how they opt into playing this.
Yeah, so that entire southern area at the bottom of the blue is not in play at all. These two teams are probably going to be posturing around the white, push in when they're forced to, so probably for a minute. May see some pot shots, but for the most part, both these teams probably laying low, standing up, just maybe preparing their bodies and wills for the chaos that's going to erupt here soon. I think that both teams have to know that anyone that was on the south side would probably be posturing up to the north by now.
And you saw many squads actually opting into a lower path just to try to get some cover in there. So, same time we saw 2 different members move down and then some shots come back up. Now both squads are aware of where they are, but they don't know that these are full 4-man squads. So that's why you see them playing this a little safe here.
Yeah, we have more information than the players do, of course. But we now see more pokes coming out as the timer slowly takes it down. And they get a little bit extra damage here, a little bit extra skirmishing going on before the fight starts for real. And there he goes, Caden getting taken down. Good shooting there by Seahek and, how do you say that name? by that other guy in his squad.
So that drops us down to 7. One squad does now have the numbers advantage on the other one. They're trying to start positioning 3 seconds before the circle starts to force its movement and making everybody start having to reposition into this little bit of nothing. We do have one squad that has managed to pace up. Look at this. Ron Paul is playing inside the tree, or a rock face that looks like it's just barely inside of here. Frosty does have a little bit of cover as well. It's made for kind of a shooting gallery for the rest of the team that's kind of stuck back behind this. Wicked's coming forward and just straight charging into the other team. And he's going to make it right into the cover, right in their face.
That is insane. This man is looking for some blood. Currently 2v1, but his teammates are currently behind him right now. That being said, they're slowly getting picked off. He's currently approaching the 1v2 situation. Hollow the first.
2v2 is coming through.
One left.
Look at this. The grenade hits.
Down.
Grenade hits on Ron Paul. It gets really, really low. Ron Paul's probably trying to get a little bit of damage back. He knows exactly where Wicked is. But Wicked does have the push-out point right now. So we're going to see how this is going to have to come through. Frosty's playing a little bit further back on side of this. 35 seconds on the next circle. So now just Wicked is the solely player out right now. Positioning on this tree is going to come down to it.
Looking for the peek onto Ron Paul or Frosty just one at a time, but both those players their cover is so good. They have so many places they can sort of posture behind. Meanwhile, with Wicked, it peeks incorrectly one time as you saw that shot ring past at the tree. Ron Paul or Frosty can just take his head off.
Looks like he is out of grenades as he's not lobbing anymore. The last one was just that little nick in. So right now,
Frosty's not out though.
right now they don't know. They just know it's a 2v1. Grenade pops him up to the side. He goes for the drop, but Frosty, Renum, Caden, and Ron Paul with a great grenade to knock him out of position. Get the kill. Peaches, Leafy, Hollow, and Wicked come in second. 17, Jasper, Slideho, Kickstart come in third. Hetchor, Bluehoo, Underwater Snowman, and Something come in fourth. Shraded, Dizzy, a Nope, and it's Swisher coming in fifth right there. We can do a quick scroll through so you can see the rest of the players. That was just all around interesting Stolber game. I mean, I hate to say it's an interesting Stolber game because you end up with these like no cover situations where everybody's just kind of like shooting at each other and trees become this really odd factor and high ground.
Yeah.
But it was just really nicely played by both of those teams. I still can't believe that Wicked managed to get into that positioning. He just straight man mode charged that tree to get to that spot and managed to make it.
Yeah, interesting, not a strong enough word for this. That game was insane right there.